Hi, everybody. Welcome again to my channel. I'm Alan Warren, the RV Wingman. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you're having a great week. Today, I'm going to respond to many comments, and I'm going to accept responsibility for screwing up a few weeks ago. I did actually a couple of videos where the audio was just simply horrible, and it was all my fault, okay? All my fault. So I'm going to respond to some of you folks who pointed that out to me. I'd love to blame it on technology or something else, but it's just the wingman's old brain, and I'll explain it to you here in just a bit. I also want to remind you that I have a 24-hour voicemail number. I love getting voicemail messages as well as emails that about your experiences, and if I can help you with an RV purchase or maybe an RV service problem or situation, I want to do my best to try and help you. And all my contact information, as I always say, is in the description down below. Now, most of the voicemails that come in, I categorize them. I go, okay, these people are happy or these people are not happy campers. I mean, it's pretty simple, but sometimes they are like neither one. Now, the video that my audio was so bad on several weeks ago, what was called Things Are Beginning to Get Ugly. And one reason they're getting ugly is I think that people are not ready to buy an RV. And I'm going to use today's voicemail as an example, not trying to embarrass anyone, but I want you to hear this voicemail and you tell me if this person you think is ready to buy an RV.
Yeah, my name is Bob Laurie. I'm a first-time RVer. I've been looking around for probably the most impossible RV to buy. I've been looking for one aspect of an RV that has one item and doesn't have another item. One has it in Class A and don't have it in Class B and in Class C. And I've been going back and forth for months and months. And I got to say, I went to La Mesa and I was very taken back. I've heard some bad stories about their servicing, but I don't know. I was there to buy a new one, and the price was right. I got a little resistance from my wife, so I couldn't buy it. So I've been looking around now for the last 6 months, and I look at the site day and night, and I can't come up with the RV that I want, and it's not there. It's not available. So that's my story. Have a good one.
Bob doesn't know what he wants, but he goes to a dealer and the dealer can't help him. That's like going to the grocery store, isn't it? You walk in the grocery store and you're looking around. They say, "Can I help you?" Yes. Can you help me find what I'm looking for? Well, what are you looking for? Well, I'll know it when I see it. Is it frozen goods or are they canned goods? Is it in the produce aisle or, well, I'll know it when I see it. I just haven't seen it yet. And then you get upset with the grocery store or the RV dealer. Bob, I'm not getting down on you, but I think that this is one of the examples, a perfect example of somebody that needs to continue doing their homework. I have people, I'm going to read some of these comments here in just a second. People going, stop telling people to do their homework. Well, at least people are trying. Bob doesn't want to make a mistake. But Bob, respectfully, have you communicated with the dealer? I'm looking for a king size bed, but you can't find one in a fifth wheel. Or what are you looking for? You've got to tell them your must-haves and the things that you'd like to have. And maybe they don't make it. I have a hard time believing that there's not somebody that makes an RV that is compatible with your must-haves, but maybe. So again, that phone call came in on my 24-hour voicemail. My recommendation to Bob, like everybody, is to do your homework. And you people that tell me to stop telling people to do their homework, I ain't going to do it. I just can't do it. Okay. So let me go back to my, my video that I mentioned about things are beginning to get ugly. I made a serious mistake when I recorded that video, actually a couple of videos with my microphone. I've got a really good radio quality, broadcast quality, high dollar microphone. And hopefully it sounds good right now. But a couple of videos, it didn't. I'm like, what is going on? I'm messing around with my computer and messing around. And it turns out Turns out that I had the microphone on backwards. Yes. I was talking into the back side of the microphone. That's why it sounded like I was talking in an auditorium. So now I've got the microphone hopefully pointed in the right direction. I just had to own up to it. So comments, and I don't know where this conversation is going to go. I've got a lot of people I'm going to try to respond to. Thank you. If you would like to drop a comment below, I read every one of them. And from time to time, I try to do what I'm doing today and get back to people. Let's start out with Karen Clinton. And she's not related to me. This is a very, very nice comment. You're a kind, honest man, and those who are ugly, particular to you, aren't worth giving a thought to. If all of us would stop paying attention to those kinds of people, maybe they would just go away to a cave somewhere and we'd never hear from them again. I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think ignoring them is going to make the troublemakers go away, Karen, but thank you for saying that you think that I'm kind and honest. I don't know about kind, but I do my very best to be honest. Mad Mike. Alan, your audio is way off. Had to turn up the volume quite a bit to hear clearly. Kind of sounds like you're in a very large room and the microphone is on the other side of the room. I just addressed that, Mad Mike. But thank you for pointing it out and being nice about it. Joy Garrett there. We got Ramblin' Roadies. What's up with the audio? Hopefully. Hey, let me know if you can hear the audio clearly now. Hopefully it sounds all right. Thank you, Ramblin' Roads. Elizabeth says, what you're doing is providing information. Before I go further with Elizabeth's, this about people, things are beginning to get ugly. People are beginning to get ugly. I see a transition taking place in the RVing community among RVers. And I'll tell you, I guess, during this video where I see us going. This is not a prediction or a forecast. It's just from experience. It's kind of my thoughts on where I see the industry going. Where I see camping and RVing going, and I'd like to know if you agree or disagree, and like to know your thoughts. So Elizabeth says, what you're doing is providing information so a person can have the tools to make the right decisions. I wish you had this channel when we started our journey in choosing our first RV in August of 2022. All I know and agree with is that RV manufacturers are doing sloppy jobs. They're not all doing sloppy jobs. They aren't, Elizabeth. Many of them are, but they're not all. That's a blanket statement. I know I use those blanket statements too, but one is not better than the other. Again, wrong. I think there are some good brands out there. I think Flagstaff, Rockwood, Oliver, Casita, Airstream. There are some good brands, but you're going to pay a little bit more, sometimes a lot more for that quality. Products are not made to last anymore. Appliances, cars, HVAC. We've taken our brand new RV back to the dealer 4 times in 9 months, driving from Miami to Dover, leaving it for weeks and going back to pick it up only to encounter another problem. But you know what? I still love it. I find people who are willing to help because I talk to them nicely. There are people who just like to be nasty. You can't change them. Maybe they're not happy with their lives. We are very privileged in this country. We are spoiled little children. That's my 2 cents. Elizabeth, amen. We are so spoiled and we feel so entitled to everything. We want it right now, don't we? But thank you. I'm sorry you had to take your RV back to the dealer so many times. That's why buying a quality RV will help minimize those trips back, and buying it from a good dealer is so critically important. We got Brian up here says, I'm in rural Ohio, non-tourist area. Yogi Bear Park is charging $150 a night, while the hotel not far away gets $50 a night. It's a 4-star hotel. So many things are off the chart. Couple things. I don't know where you can get a 4-star hotel, even in rural Ohio, for $50 a night, but maybe you can. And Yogi Bear may be charging $150 a night for now. Part of that transition that I'm seeing is campers are changing, at least in my view. Over the last few years, when COVID, the craze was going on, families and people that had no business buying RVs, but they wanted one. They jumped into it, and these corporations, I sold my campground to a big corporation. Guess what? They own a lot of campgrounds, and they made improvements and spent all this, and they raised the prices substantially. All these parks have gone up. You know why? Because people are willing to pay it, or they were. I see this transition. I see a lot of these families who are going, oh my God, what did we do? We love to RV, but we have got ourselves in debt. We're going to scale back, and they're not going to be going to these expensive campgrounds as much as they were when money was flowing freely and we have government handouts. That's just my 2 cents worth. And I think for people like me who like it a little bit quieter, I don't mind families as long as they're well behaved, but I like a little bit less crowded places. And I think that we're seeing a transition and it's going to happen. So, Brian, thank you for pointing that out. Mike says RVing has become crazy expensive and not as safe as it once was. So-called resorts are pretty much parking lots at premium prices. Factor in the expenses of RVing. It's like dumping money in a trash can. It's nothing like it used to be. I can see that. Absolutely. It's expensive. 10 years ago, I had campsites, my premium campsite, my campground, and I had a nice campground. It was $50 a night. And no, we didn't have a miniature putt golf course and water slides and all that stuff. But it was nice. And I think our starting prices were $30 or $35 for full hookups. And I don't know what they are today, but they're probably at least double, maybe triple that price. But I think these corporations are getting ready. In fact, they're not only getting ready, I think they've been feeling the pinch. Many of them, at many of these campgrounds where they jacked up the prices on people like you and on me, they're going, what happened to our customers? Oh my God. They've got this thing called dynamic pricing. I've got a storage building where I keep all my stuff that my family will probably throw away when I'm dead. But they changed to dynamic pricing. It used to cost me $160 a month for the storage building, air conditioned, climate controlled, not a big one, big room, like 10 by 10 or so. And now it's up to $250, $240 something a month. Same thing. And it's gone up in a year. And they say, well, it's dynamic pricing and it might go up and it might go down. What do you think the chances are of it going down? When the vacancies go up, they say they're going to come down on the prices, but they got to make up for that loss of revenue somewhere. I see there's only so far these corporations are going to be able to test people like you, like me, like the RVing public in general. So are they too close together? Many campsites are. Absolutely. Got to pack them in. Ralph says probably because most are glampers, not actual campers. There's a huge difference. Ralph, I think I agree. I think that the glampers, there's nothing wrong with either one of them. I am a camper who likes the comforts of as many nice things as I can get. But I want to be realistic. All those fancy things that you can get in a new camper nowadays, not only do they add to the price, but it's maintenance stuff. And I don't know if I want to have to deal with that. But many people, as I said, over the last couple of years, who bought RVs, they want everything. They want it to be like their home on wheels, except it's not their home on wheels. And things do break. And that can cause a lot of issues. So, those are the people, the glampers, I think, that we're not going to lose all of them. I didn't say that. I think that we are going to see fewer of them. What do you think? Let me know below if you think we're going to see fewer glampers, which is going to be better for the real campers out there that don't need the water park. And Yogi Bear, I love what you guys do. I really do. For the right people, man, y'all have got a great business model. But it's not necessarily for me. Brian says, I'm a happy camper. I bought in years ago, but $100 a night after you spend $100K on your camping rig? Why? Kind of goes along with everything so dang expensive. All right, we got CL Driver 1960 says, you've been saying what I've been seeing over the past couple of years. The pandemic really sent everything sideways from economies to general mental health. Things did get uglier over these years and people's behavior along with it. I guess that was a result of the isolation and anxiety from being locked down and forced social distancing. Now that the economy is going through harder times, my concern is how that they will affect the general population, if not the RV industry. Sure, RV prices will come down as demand lessens. There will also be more supply as pandemic social distancing. Buyers will probably exit the camping mode of leisure activity. That's what I was saying. All that said, I'm optimistic for the future. RVing isn't about the money. It's about creating memories and good times with families, friends and families. That is exactly what I think. If you're looking for the cheapest way to travel, it's all about the money. RVing may not be for you. Really, seriously, just sleep in your car, get some beanie weenies and a bag of Fritos, and there you go. It's really cheap, not very fun. But I think RVing provides things that you can't get in other activities. I've talked about boating and hunting, and my wife doesn't like to hunt. She didn't do that. I don't do it anymore, but she didn't like to boat unless the weather was perfect. Most people like to RV. If the thing doesn't break on them, and if they're not surrounded by idiots, they like that RVing. And so I think it is about creating good times with friends and family. We got Rob Anderson says, we bought a new Rockwood RV today. We love it. Owned RVs for over 30 years. Went to a local dealer that went out of their way to make sure we were happy. the salesman to the walkthrough. It was an absolute amazing experience. Humphrey RV in Grand Junction, Colorado were stellar. I can't rave enough about what a wonderful experience this was. Thank you, Wingman and Humphrey RV. I have no idea who Humphrey RV is, but I do know what a Rockwood is. Rockwood's a damn good trailer. It really is. I'm glad that you, Rob Anderson, found a great dealer and a great product, and that you are happy. I think you're going to be very happy through the years with your trailer. So it is an amazing experience when you have that right combination of the right dealer with the right RV. Just a couple more here. Let's see. Ooman. I love Ooman. He's always watching the videos, so I appreciate him. Making mistakes is all a part of the learning process. The smart ones will learn from all the dumbass stuff that we've done or learned the hard way. Fortunately, I've not run into a situation that I've not been able to figure out or fix myself. I'm sure that day may come, but in the meantime, all I can do is keep on keeping on. Ooman, that is so true. Making mistakes is part of life. When people go into something that's new, into RVing, and they go, I'll figure it out. Well, they do figure it out, and it's hard. Now, it's an abrupt thing when something doesn't work. Oh, my God, we don't have any hot water? What happened? The refrigerator's not working. What happened? That's when doing your homework, having your access to YouTube, if you will, and being able to have a critically thinking mind where you can problem solve is a pretty good idea. That's why those initial trips, before you take off, you buy your RV and let's go to Yellowstone for our first trip. Not a good idea. That's why it's so important to just learn your RV. You're going to make a lot of mistakes. You are. You're going to have things break down, and they're going to always break down, not when it's best for you, when it's worst for you. So thank you, Ooman, for that. Oh, Ooman said it again. Got to agree with Joy Garrett. Camping is an experience, not an all-inclusive resort. Lots of folks bought the fantasy, not the reality. Honestly, won't be sorry for those folks to go. I don't like to see anybody disillusioned, anybody financially destroyed, but many of these people did it to themselves. Was it readily available? Well, yes, it was. The dealers took their money. So do the casinos. So does every business. If you want to go in, you want to buy a $40,000 tractor and you don't need one, is it the dealer's fault that they sold you a $40,000 tractor? I think having some level of personal responsibility is kind of important. And many of these people that are upside down in their RV, they owe more, much more than their RV might be worth. And they're trying to blame somebody else. It's going to be a tough pill to swallow. It is. So anyway, Ooman, thank you. Enjoy, Garrett. Love you. I'm telling you, I appreciate every single video. You are there around this virtual campfire, and I appreciate you. Hammer 48 FUL says, we bought a basic camper 5 years ago, paid it off in a year. Awesome. We traveled all over the country with it and really enjoyed ourselves. Got to admit, I can't fathom why they built some of it the way they did. I'm lucky I can do most of the repairs, upgrades myself. The thing about RVing for us is the independence it gives us to see the great country and some of the people in it. Hammer, you sound like a camper, not a glamper. You like the good things, the nice things, I'm sure, but you're able to fix things yourself, and that is so important. If you've never bought an RV, I would love for you to make a comment. Type 1 in the comments below. You never owned an RV and you're shopping and you're thinking about it. Type 1 in the comments below, because my gut tells, in fact, if you've owned an RV, type 2. You never owned one, type 1. You have owned an RV before, type 2. My gut tells me there's not going to be very many ones out there, because most of you guys and gals are like me and you've had at least one RV. A lot of comments. Let me just go back. I think we're about done. Oh, we got a couple more. But there's my buddy, Doc Will. Doc, I appreciate you so much. You're an early riser like I am. Doc says, I think a lot of the new fair weather RVers are going to drop out. The older lifestyle RVers will stick with it. We have been there, seen it. Yeah. Same pattern, different decade. The nice thing is the self-centered jackholes with uncontrolled kids that have been flooding campsites will start to weed themselves out, and things will go back to baseline. Do you agree with what Doc Will says? I do. I think we're seeing fewer and fewer of those crazy, what does he call them? Self-centered jackholes. I think we can all kind of be a self-centered jackhole and not even know it from time to time. But anyway, do you agree with Doc Will? Professional inspection, sir, 4228. Come on, Wingman. Maybe I can get some hate comments too. I get a lot of people. They're not really hate comments, but they're critical and that kind of thing. It doesn't bother me. If you bought an RV regardless of the price, why are you all of a sudden mad that you can't sell it? It's not like you bought it on an adjustable loan. Take care of it. Enjoy it. Even if you want to upgrade like I had wanted, wait it out. Enjoy your unit. I have mine paid off finally. It is what I need, maybe not what I want. I'm upgrading and making it better. You're right. It is a choice to buy one, not a necessity. Yes, manufacturers have taken advantage of supply issues, quality. God will sort all that out. Human beings take advantage of everything. It's not just manufacturers. You do it. If there's a sale on something, if you can get a great deal on something, isn't that what you want? I think it is. So to say manufacturers, they took advantage of the supply chain. Duh. If they didn't, they wouldn't be in business for very long. And so I'm not trying to get on you. I know this video is going on too dang long. Let me get one or two more. You know what? I'm going to wrap it up right there. So bottom line, if the audio is bad, I don't want to hear about it. But that was the explanation. I messed up. I had my microphone completely turned around backwards, and hopefully it's fixed right now. But I'd like to hear from you. Thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it. I'll do another one of these videos. I know Christmas is right around the corner. Let people know that you're thinking about them. Not with a text. Call them up. Just spend a minute. Those people, and if it's been a while since you've talked to them, you may go, I probably ought to call. I'm not sure, and I don't want to spend too much time. Just invest a few minutes. I promise it will mean so much to them. And after you hang up the phone, you'll feel so dang good that you did it. And you can thank the Wingman for the suggestion. Again, thank you for watching. I'm most grateful that you are here around this virtual campfire. If you would, give this video a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, and I will see you again soon. Be safe, have fun, play nice, and don't leave your good manners at home. Bye-bye, everybody. Hey, it's the RV Wingman. If you'll be buying or selling an RV soon, you need to check out my updated free RV report that'll prevent you from being ripped off. I update the report every quarter so it's current, it's free, and will save you thousands of dollars. Check it out now at freervreport.com. That's freervreport.com.